some of the officials here, including the chancellor and the president of this campus, and there is no doubt in my mind that if the community college stays at the center of preparing the people of our country, we will see incomes rise. We will see more people have a better shot at realizing the American dream. Now, you know, as president, I want to work every single day to build an America that is both safe and strong. There is no doubt in my mind that we have the most important opportunity in this century than we've ever had. See, I'm one of those who thinks that our best days are ahead of us. But that doesn't mean that we can rest on our laurels. It doesn't mean that we can wait for somebody else to do the work. We have to do it. And I'm expecting every American to be part of building the future that we need for our success and strength. And as we have seen in the last few days, we have challenges around the world as well. What happened in Paris as well as Beirut and the downing of the Russian airliner remind us that America is not just electing a president, we're also electing a commander-in-chief. And that choice matters. It matters to America's standing in the world, but it also matters right here at home. Because every other issue that we want to deal with, whether it's strengthening the economy, making health care more affordable, finally passing comprehensive immigration reform, all of that depends on us being both secure at home and leading the world. That's key to us becoming fairer and healthier, more prosperous, and realizing the future that I see for all of you and that I see and hope for my own granddaughter. And I will tell you, as your president, I will work every day to build that America. An America where no matter who you are or what you look like, you can follow your dreams. I am running for president to make our country and our economy work for everyone, not just those at the top. You see, I believe the most important economic challenge of our time is raising incomes for hard-working families so you can afford a middle-class life. There is nothing more important than making sure that the work you do is rewarded. And everyday Americans need a raise, not a tax increase. Now, you might think that would just be common sense, but I was actually the only one on that debate stage on Saturday who will commit to raising your wages and not your taxes. You know why? You know why? Because average Americans haven't had a wage increase in more than a decade. I don't see how you can be serious about raising working and middle-class families' incomes if you also want to slap new taxes on them, no matter what the taxes will pay for. Supporting working families also means taking on other challenges we face, like paying for college and managing student debt. And I have, as you heard from Cindy, I have plans to do both of those. I want to make college affordable again, and I want you to be able to refinance your debt and save thousands of dollars in order to be able to get on with your lives. Going hand in hand with raising incomes, we need more good-paying jobs so that when you get your education, you can actually see all that hard work to get it rewarded. That's why I'm setting big goals for investing in clean energy, infrastructure, and manufacturing. You see, unlike our Republican friends, I actually do think climate change is real. But I also believe it's a great economic opportunity for us to create clean, renewable energy jobs and businesses. And I will fight to raise the minimum wage because no one in America who works full-time should have to live in poverty. I will also push for profit sharing because when a company does well, shareholders and executives shouldn't be the only ones who benefit. The people who work at that company ought to share in those profits. And finally, we will end the outrage of women getting paid less than men. Equal pay for equal work is only a fair goal. Women work hard. Women deserve to be paid equally. But it's not only about them, it's about their families and the economy. This is part of how we will raise incomes because they will finally get the pay they are due. And you know, because raising incomes, which is at the center of my economic policy, means that economic growth has to be fair, it has to be strong, and it has to be long-term. And that's one of the many reasons we've got to rein in excessive risk in the financial industry. And I have proposed the most detailed plan of anyone in this race on either side because we need more accountability on Wall Street in order to protect prosperity on Main Street, and the executives who engage in behaviors that hurt the economy need to be held accountable in every way under the law. And for those of you who want more information, please go to my website, hillaryclinton.com, because we can do all of this without increasing the debt, without spending trillions of dollars, and most importantly, while giving you tax relief instead of a tax increase. And part of it will be to close the loopholes and the deductions that the folks on top get to take advantage of. Do you know right now the top 25 hedge fund managers earn more in a year than all the kindergarten teachers in America combined? Why? Because of a loophole that lets them treat their pay like investment instead of income. That is just wrong. We're going to close those loopholes and reform the tax system. Now, there's another issue that folks are losing sleep over, and that's the high cost of prescription drugs and out-of-pocket health costs. If you have employer-based coverage through your employer, since 2010, the average deductible has gone up 7 times faster than the wages you are paid. Yeah, sound familiar? I'm going to fight to bring down costs for families, including with a tax credit of up to $5,000 for families with high out-of-pocket costs. And I will defend the progress we've made with the Affordable Care Act. won't surprise you to hear that the Republicans don't agree with me. They are determined to get rid of it, and the Republicans in Congress have tried to repeal it or weaken it more than 50 times. But you got to look at what we've accomplished. If they got rid of it, it would kick 18 million people off their health coverage. It would eliminate the opportunity for young people to stay on your parents' coverage until you are 26. It would let the insurance companies start charging women more than men again for our insurance. And it would make health care really, really expensive for people with pre-existing conditions. That's why we have moved away from the old system. We're not going back there if I am President of the United States. And I'll tell you, I don't think we should have to defend the Affordable Care Act among Democrats either. We should be working to build on it. Yes, does it need to be improved? Absolutely. And I have a set of improvements for it. But one thing we should not do is follow a proposal that has been made by one of my opponents that we eliminate all of the other health care programs, the Affordable Care Act and your private employer health care and Medicare and Medicaid and TRICARE and all of it, and we put all of that together and we turn providing health care over to the states. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd be a little worried about turning it over to Greg Abbott and the other Republican governors. I mean, they won't even extend Medicaid to help working people be able to afford their health care. And you know, here in Texas, Republicans have led an all-out assault on Planned Parenthood.